Welcome to Science TV News at 1. My name is Ruth WAIRIMU and my sign language interpreter doing the voicing is Wanja Ngede. Let us focus on the news. Christian Blind Mission, CBM Global, has partnered with Kakamega County Disability Caucus to employ persons with disabilities to seek leadership positions. The international organization is supporting the training of trainers of leaders of disability groups across the county, who will then train their members on leadership and governance. The Secretary General of Kakamega County Disability Caucus, Catherine Namanyi, said by the end of the one-year project, most of persons with disability will be required to seek various roles and representation to articulate issues for disability mainstreaming. She noted that their target is to have representatives sitting in every committee from the grassroots level to the county level with capacity to defend the rights of the persons with disability.
Naona saa hii wametoa sera ati hii mambo ya kumetisha pasari sa wote. Tunataka waweka hapo walemavu, si ati wanatumia tu watu wengine. Unajua saa zingine mradi kitoka kwa county kifika kwa MCA ndio wanaweka watu wao, wanaweka mtu ambaye si mlemavu na mlemavu hapati pasari. Na tena wakichukua mlemavu wahusishe viongozi wa walemavu ambao wako kwa vikundi, kuliko watoe tu mtu kwa nyumba na wanampeleka hapo hata ajue walemavu wako wapi. Na tena wakiapply hiyo pasari akiwa mtu hajapata hiyo medical disability report ama card, bora kwa hiyo form akiandika tu PWT apate pasari. Hiyo itasaidia walemavu kupata elimu. Na mambo ya kusema ati kwa hiyo kamati ya wote ya pasari, hiyo mambo ya kusema ati sijui nini, hapana. Waweke tu mlemavu, wakae na viongozi wa walemavu na wachakue mtu mwenye wanaweka hapa ambaye atawakilisha hao walemavu kwa hiyo kamati, ili kwa kamati ili kuhakikisha huyo mlemavu au walemavu wanapata pasari. Sasa sisi mambo ya makaratasi sijui nini, hapana. Ndio tuko na wenye wako na makaratasi na kuna wale wenye wako na uchuzi. Na kama sisi viongozi wa walemavu tutatoa yoyote kwa kila wote, huyo ndio tutajua anafanya kazi, kuliko tu MCA wapitie kadi na wanachukua mtu mwenye kutoka tu kwa nyumba. Huyo mtu hata achuma swala ya walemavu. Hiyo inachangia maisha ya walemavu kurudi nyuma.
Mashirika mengine ambayo sio ya kiserikali kutokana na hii CBO ambayo imetoa uhamasisho ni kwamba waweze kuembrace mambo ya disability, isionekane tu kwa makaratasi bali ionekane pia kwa ground ya kwamba wana support. Na hii inatokana na mijengo iweze kuwa accessibility, ofisi ziweze kuwa accessibility, na kila kitu ambacho wanafanya kiweze kuwa kinaonyesha kwamba wako na mwito mmoja wa kusaidia walemavu.
Na tunawatrain ya kwamba waende kuwa aggressive kule penye wanatoka, kuanzia hata kwa location level, hata kwa ward level, hata kwa community area administration. Kuna CACs ziko huko. Tunataka waende wachukue hizo nafasi kwa sababu zipo na ni za walemavu. Waende wachukue hizo nafasi kuanza kuwakilisha kuanzia kwa CAC members, wakikuja kwa ward level, wakikuja kwa sub county, ndio tuanze kuuliza maneno ya county. Kwa sababu uwezi acha opportunities huko chini zinalala bure na unalilia kitu ambayo iko juu. Anza na ile iko chini ukichukua, tukisonga mbele. Kuna so many opportunities, kuna so many committees down there zenye watu hawako ndani. Na tunapo train tunajua kwamba feedback ni kwamba they will come and tell us kama walienda ku demand for those positions ama ku find out who are representing them on those positions. Lakini among this group pia kuna wale ambao wanatuwakilisha katika kamati mbalimbali. Vile tulikuwa tunaendelea na training, kuna wale wamejitokeza, kuna wenye wako kwa committee za ward wanawatuwakilisha, kuna wenye wako kamati za shule, kuna wenye wako kamati mbalimbali kule mashinani. Na tunataka hizo positions zote zikuwe filled kabla hatujasonga.
Moving on to our next news. President William Ruto's visit to the European Union, EU, enters its second day today. The head of state embarked on a 2-day tour of Germany and France on Monday, with a focus on strengthening economic ties with both countries and the EU. The trip also includes advocating for a robust global consensus on climate action in anticipation of COP28. Yesterday, President Ruto held talks with various leaders on the sidelines of the G20 Compact Africa Summit in Berlin, Germany. And on to other news. A group of Meru residents are calling for the suspension of the county government, citing ongoing bickering between Governor Kawere Mwangaza and members of the county assembly. The residents have launched a drive to collect signatures to support their call, which they will submit to President William Ruto. James Kinoti, a Meru resident, said that the leaders have been fighting since August 9th elections last year and that they are tired of it. He called on the president to suspend the county government so that there can be peace and stability in the region.
But this one is a process, a mwananchi-led process. Hii ni mwananchi amejitolea mwenyewe. Kile tumefanya tu ni kuwasaidia, kuweza kuwaonyesha ya kwamba wako na uwezo.
Wameimpeach governor mara 3. Mara ya kwanza kwa assembly ambayo kufika senate, ya pili ikaenda senate na ya 3 ikaenda senate. Na tukafikiria ya kwamba watashirikiana. Na hii shinda tumeifanya juu kila wakati ni MC anapigana na governor, yeye ana nafasi ya kufanya kazi na governor.
Tukirudi kwa Ndebe, ule ambaye anaona atawasida mama ama atafanya kazi kuliko mama vile anafanya, akuja asimame na yeye kwa Ndebe tumchague.
We are just saying it's time that the mwananchi actually takes back the power to their hands.
Hatua imechukuliwa ni nzuri, na sasa tunaomba hata President Ruto hizo saini zikikusanywa tu akiletewa atuwekee saini turundie kura, kwa sababu tunaweza fanya kazi ya bure. Ruto naye akipelekewa akatae.
Mheshimiwa Ruto apeana hiyo na authority, watu warudi kwa Ndebe. Juu msukumano ya county hapa hatutawezana nayo. Meru hakuna kitu tunafanywa.
Hii county imetusumbua sana na tujui vile inaendelea. Kwa hivyo mimi naona hii county ivunjwe, tuende kwa kura tena tuchague watu watatusaidia.
Kwa hivyo watu wale wanataka kuomba kiti waziandae, tuende kwa uwanja tukaombe kura tena ili wananchi wapate haki yao. Na mimi sina maneno mingi, nasema tu wakati tutajua kazi yetu tutaenda kufanyia watu kazi. Na mimi nimejifuta hapa na sirudi nyuma, na mimi naomba hii kitu iende mpaka mbele.
And to other news, after 6 years of legal proceedings, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, ODPP, has requested to withdraw the criminal case against Solai farm owner Perry Manusuk and 8 others who are charged with 48 counts of manslaughter and failing to prepare an environment impact assessment report following the Solai Dam burst that claimed the lives of 48 people in 2018. The decision to seek withdrawal stems an out-of-court settlement reached between the victims' families and the accused, whereby families who lost adults will receive 1.2 million Kenya shillings from Manusuk, while those who lost children will receive 800,000 Kenya shillings each. The ODPP represented the State Council, Alex Muteti, argued that the victims and the accused, through their advocates, had engaged in several meetings to reach a compensation agreement.
In an escrow account, the first accused has already honored his part of the bargain, and what stands between them and the money is the withdrawal of this money.
And moving on to other news. The trial of Maina Njenga, a prominent figure in Kenya's Azimio coalition, began in Nakuru on Monday under dramatic circumstances. Njenga and 11 others are facing 7 charges related to their alleged membership in Mungiki, an outlawed criminal group, and their involvement in organized crime in Bahati sub-county between May 11th and 18th, 2023. Prior to the trial, Njenga's legal team, led by Steve Biko, attempted to halt the proceedings arguing that the prosecution had improperly co-opted some of the accused individuals as witnesses without following due process. Nakuru Principal Magistrate Kipkirui Kibelion dismissed both of Njenga's applications, ruling that Njenga had failed to provide sufficient evidence to support his claims.
Is that what you call the magazine? Yes. That's the magazine. Yes. Was it detached from the pistol on that particular day, or it was attached to the pistol?
It was attached.
It was attached. Yes. Correct. So it is one unit, yes?
Yes.
Why in your evidence did you decide to detach them? Because you said you recovered a magazine, yes, and you recovered a pistol. Yes. That means you recovered 2 particular items separately on that particular day, correct?
It was 1 unit.
It was 1 unit. Have a look at it in the homestead. What scale was used to take these measurements?
I'm not aware.
What weighing scale? Yes?
I'm not aware.
You are not aware. Do you have the weighing scale before this court that determined the weight of this stuff?
And on to our next news item. Small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, players in Embu County have benefited from a training on business and human rights to build stronger, more sustainable and ethical enterprises. The training, conducted by Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry in partnership with Danish Institute of Business and Human Rights, aimed at enabling them to understand their role and responsibility in upholding and integrating human rights in their business strategies. KNCCI trade official Joyce Chelagat said that the purpose of the trainings being carried countrywide was to enable the SMEs understand and learn their role in business and the importance of embedding human rights into their businesses.
Embu County is an agricultural county, whereby most of the farmers here are coffee farmers, dairy farmers, tea farmers, and their products need to be exported outside the EU market. So there's that corporate sustainability, corporate responsibility to respect business and human rights, which is a major role and a key role for the businesses and for the farmers and for the SMEs to respect the human rights. Why am I saying that also is that because the human rights that is violated in the companies and in the farms in regards to the chemicals that they need to use, that is what we are telling them. The chemicals that they need to use should be good chemicals so that their products can fetch good markets outside the EU market. Secondly, are they harassing the workers at the farms? So that is something that's something which is called the labor rights. So the farmers, their labor rights need to be taken and considered for that value chain to grow. So there's that from the farmer to the person who is buying the product. There's that value chain of the human rights that cuts across from the farmer to the person who is the consumer person who needs to take that product. So that is the key thing that we find, that our SMEs, who are majorly the people here in Embu chapter, who are the farmers for the coffee, which is a key product for export in this country, need to understand that human rights is the key element that now needs to be taken into account.
As we try to promote sustainable enterprises, because our mandate is to promote development and regulation of MSMEs in all sectors, agribusiness, trade, service, and manufacturing. Now, issues of human rights and business are very key, because you need to have an ecosystem whereby as you promote your businesses, you take care of the interests of others, both the consumers and the people that you're working with. To us, this is a very important event today, that our people are exposed to what they're supposed to do rightfully, so that they can also have a sustainable business. Because today, if you export something and maybe it's not accepted in a certain country, that enterprise will go down.
We'll have a short break, then we will be back with the sports news.